All right, welcome to Shake Shack here in Tokyo. I have here I guess you'd call it a smoke shack double. It looks really good, check it out. Shake Shack was listed as the most expensive fast food restaurant in the United States. They're tripling the amount of stores everywhere. There's a lot of news behind this particular chain, but it's quite expensive. It got on Instagram, they were talking about it. So I thought I would talk about this burger in Tokyo. It looks real good, doesn't it? Like, I don't know, is this a fast food burger or not? That's what I don't quite understand. I think maybe my biggest issue with all of this is, what is a fast food burger? What is a McDonald's burger versus this burger versus something you get at like TGI Fridays or Chili's or someplace? Is there a big difference? Apparently there is with the price. So this thing cost me 1,639 yen. You can see here it's a double Smoke Shack double with cheese, and with the tax, it's 10% tax. It came out to 1,639 yen, 1,490 yen. And that's kind of expensive, but I mean, you're getting a pretty heavy, voluptuous burger, but it's not exactly McDonald's price, and it's sure is expensive. So I went online and I wanted to see. I actually haven't compared it yet. We're gonna do that right now. The Smoke Shack double. Let's see here. So a double is $12.49 for this exact same burger in the United States. On average, I think this is Florida too, so I think New York is $1 more than this if you get this in New York City. So that puts it at over 2,000 yen. I'm pretty sure with the tax, that puts it at over 2,000 yen. So yeah, it's about 400 yen cheaper in the United States. But that doesn't really matter because that's still freaking expensive, all right? And I'm gonna take a bite out of this burger in a second. But fast food prices are going up all over the United States, and they're going up here in Japan too, except at one place in particular, I thought that the prices were really reasonable, and that's at McDonald's. Yeah, so check this out. I kind of went through the McDonald's Japan menu here. Let's do this really quickly. You can see here, the prices are so reasonable for this set. It's 840 yen for that, what is that, like a hash brown with a cheeseburger? That's a special burger they got going on here. 830 yen. That's like $5 for these sets. So this is the Hampin, this is the individual burgers, 540 yen, that's about $3.80 for that burger on the top left. The mega cheese chicken was about $3. A Big Mac is 480 yen, which is about 300 yen, I'd say, or $3, which is $2 cheaper than in the US, I believe, or more. This is the Samurai Max, like the double. Look at that, how massive that is, 580 yen, that's about $4 for that. So you're seeing that the prices in McDonald's Japan are really a lot cheaper than in the United States. It's actually quite reasonable for the volume of food that you get. There was the fish fillet, but I would recommend the bacon lettuce burger on the right side there. Oh my goodness. I would recommend instead of the, hold on a second, instead of the fish fillet, to get the ebi fillet, the shrimp fillet for 430 yen. That ebi katsu is so good, even at McDonald's there. 430 yen, that's about $3 for that sandwich. So McDonald's in Japan is seeing inflation, but nothing near. And this is the regular cheeseburger. They have a cheeseburger with egg, did you know that? The regular hamburger is 170 yen, the cheapest thing on the menu, which is just a little bit over $1. For that burger. It's 158 yen to the dollar, 155 yen to the dollar right now. So it's a little bit over $1 for that. And the cheeseburger is 200 yen, which is, what is that, like $1.30? $1.35? That's a pretty good deal. I don't know what it is in the US. I'm gonna show that information in a second here. In fact, I could do that right now. Let's pause this for a second. We look at a double Big Mac. That's pretty crazy. I asked ChatGPT really quickly how much the burgers cost in New York. And as of August 2024, Big Mac in New York City was approximately $6. So it's about, it's half price in Japan. Holy crap. It's half price. A cheeseburger is $3? It is just $1.40 here. So actually, American McDonald's is double the price and the quality here is better, I would say. That is incredible. That's according to ChatGPT, and that's according to last summer. So now we can go back through this insane menu. You get double the food. So, oh my God. All right, I'm pausing right here for a second. So this double Mac right here for 680 yen, that's about $4, I'd say. Yeah, a little bit $4. That double Mac is still cheaper than a regular Big Mac in New York City. And you get double the meat. That's pretty crazy. What's really crazy is that Japanese actually would order these double doubles. It's a trend that went around I think Latteria a little while ago. Now they're doubling up all the meats here for the extra protein. That is so cheap. I'm just panning through here for you. Oh my goodness, double meat with the egg. That looked good for $2.50 for that one burger. Oh my goodness. And then the McDonald's, you see the Egg McMuffin for 260 yen, or what is that? I'm just spitballing here. It's like $1.80 for an Egg McMuffin. A sausage McMuffin, just the sausage McMuffin without the egg is about $1.30. There's the pancakes for $2.25. And then the McGriddle starts at $3.40, and that's about, what is that, $2.20 or so. So we're starting to see like the prices are ridiculous. Back in the Clay writes in here, chili burger is $5.50 in LA, the original Tommy's. That's pretty cheap. All right, there's a Big Mac set was $6.50. That's $4. $4 and something. That's still cheaper than just the Big Mac, right? And here are the other prices. Here, the double cheeseburger, fish fillet. These are the Samurai Macs are a little bit more, but you get a drink and fries with that, and that's still cheaper than just one Big Mac in America. Oh my goodness. All right, so this gives you a pretty good idea. Just for comparison here, a drink at McDonald's is less than $1. $1.20 is about 80 cents. And they do have the French fries here. Let's just go over the whole thing. Like these chicken McNuggets with black sesame and garlic is for $6 is $1.50. So the McNuggets are pretty cheap here. They have this edamame corn for $1.50. And the Happy Meal, or they call it a Happy Set here, is about $3.80. And you get the edamame corn and the drink. I don't think you have to be a kid to get that. You can get that at any time. You could just say it's for your kid, I suppose. Yeah, there you go. And then I think I looked at the desserts here. So is this burger worth it? Itadakimasu. Yeah. I don't know. 1,600 yen for science, Jason. I mean, it's really good. It's just like, it's gotten a little bit, what is fast food? It's a little bit confusing to me. This was not fast. I had to sit here and wait for about 10 minutes. So I'm a little bit confused on this, but like, what is considered fast food? Everybody's considering Shake Shack to be fast food, right up there, right? Everybody's saying that Shake Shack is fast food, but I'm not sure. I think it's like this weird middle ground, right? What's Moss Burger? Moss Burger is a step up from McDonald's. So I guess within the fast food, you can do rankings. But over the last 5 years, burger chains from the West have been coming into Japan like crazy, because I think there was an Olympic boom with businesses coming here. I saw that in Korea as well in 1988. And when I went to go visit in 1998, 10 years later, there were a lot of American businesses that weren't in Japan, and the Olympics had brought them in. So are people actually eating here? Yeah, mostly there's a mix of Japanese who probably lived abroad, and a lot of expats, and a lot of tourists. And because tourists are increasing to about 40 million a year, there's a lot of value to grow the business. It's really good. But like, I don't know. Like that is that fast food? Do you consider this to be fast food? Is that fast food? I don't know. That's the problem. All right. In Japan, people like to go out and eat, and there are restaurants. So I think, like if you sit down and somebody serves you something like a proper hamburger, but what does that even mean? So there's a lot of restaurants now. If you get served from a waiter, then it's a burger, and they can charge more. Maybe. Like, is it if you put tomatoes on it? I think you could put tomatoes on it if you ask. So what do you guys think? It is a lot of meat, Saya, for 1,600 yen. 1,600 yen would be, this burger would be, the double would be about $11, $10.50. Without a drink and French fries, $11 for this one burger. So, you know, like $10.50. It's hard with the exchange rate, but it's 155 to the dollar, 155, 156 right now. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what, without fries, which you shouldn't be eating anyways, but you can go ahead and eat it because they're really good. Like, I wouldn't order them, but if they were here, I would eat them. So if I only could get the set, I would have still eaten them, but I have some sort of self-control, which is really hard. If Leo gets them, I would pick at them. This is a no-brainer. So $11 is about the same as here in the Seattle area for a double, tak, for a double. Because the prices that I saw in New York, again, for a double shack, it was, $12.50 for, this is with tax. That's an important thing. So I think there's tax locked onto this, so it's probably gonna, and New York is $1 on top of this. So it'd be $13.50 in New York. So, and you can't even get a triple in Japan. So it'd be $13.50. So I'd say that the Shake Shack in Japan is probably about $3 on average cheaper. Tax says yes. Wow. So this is another thing that's really curious. America is so regional that you can't see the menus for McDonald's or Shake Shack on the website because they change the prices based on the market. And in Japan, everything is national. So you can see the prices for McDonald's Japan and Wendy's and Burger King on their websites. You have to go into the order, log on, and then you will see the menu. So I had to use a VPN to get the menu items in the United States because I had to log in, and I think the VPN had me in Tampa, Florida. So the prices for Tampa, Florida, but it seems like on average, though, it's pretty close to what Seattle is, I think. It's interesting. Like where does the meat come from in all this? But for me, I'm really confused on what exactly is fast food. I really don't know anymore. I looked at the fast food prices. This is from Arizona. The TV news in Arizona did a really good job of kind of breaking down what the prices were here. So McDonald's for a meal was this a Big Mac or a regular burger set? I forget. It was just the Big Mac, Whopper, the big burgers for all of these. McDonald's came in as the cheapest, but you can see the Five Guys, you get, what is that? 4 times more meat, and you probably get 4 times more meat with this than you would with McDonald's. So that's pretty. This was just a cheeseburger or something. It can't be, right? It's hard, but you could see Five Guys is super expensive. So I don't know. It's all subjective here. Fast food prices are rising in Japan. Here's the menu for the record here, so you can go take a look at it. The frozen shakes, classic is $5.90, a regular is $7.80. Exchange rate again is 155 to the dollar, I guess, right now. Look at the menu here in Japan for the Chicken Shack. It's $8.90, which is what Peter and Kanai usually get. It's really good. That's about what is that, like $5, $5.50. And the burger menu here, we have the Shack Burger, which is the regular. I think that's $9.20 for a single. So that's about $6, more or less. So this will give you an idea what the prices are there. Boom. In the end, though, I think you're paying for a better burger, perhaps. I don't know. It's good. Meat might be better. The tax on food was 8%, so I'm kind of curious on why they charged me 10%. On this, I used my credit card, it's 10%. I thought food tax in Japan was 8%, so I'm gonna ask them. You know what, maybe it's because I'm eating in. If I take away, it's 8%, perhaps. I don't know. There was a big buzz in Japan when the tax rate raised from 5 to 10%. So at the time, I think Abe was the prime minister. So he made 10%, but for food, he made it 8%. And I think it's maybe for takeaway. I don't know. They do have Wi-Fi. Shake Shack password, Shake Shack. You too can now use it. I don't think so. I don't think they can lie on this, because this goes right to the accountant, and they have to pay taxes on it, so they can't rip you off in that way. Japan has digitalized this past year, but 1,600 yen, 39 yen for one double burger is really it's pretty expensive. Let me shift. Fast food in Japan is not a burger, though. Yoshinoya would be the fast food place in Japan, and it is fast. It is donburi, it is beef on rice, and you can get that starting at around 280 yen, I think, for a bowl of rice. And it's not very big, it's a sho size, small size. It'll fill you up pretty good. They're usually like 280 yen, right? Maybe they raised it up to 300 yen. That's like $1, like $2. But in Japan, the 1 coin meal is really popular, 500 yen. So we have a 500 yen coin. So a lot of the places with inflation hitting, this is the thing that's hurting the most. This 500 yen coin here, it should be what most people want to just be able to pay with 1 coin. We call them, like, I gotta cut my nails, 1 coin lunches. You see, they look like Mount Fuji on the top there, right? So 1 coin lunches were just 500 yen. You can get like a katsudon or a set with maybe a little salad on the side. Just give them 1 coin, and you get a lot of food for this 1 coin. But you can't do that anymore because the prices of the vegetables, the meat, everything has gone up in Japan too. So the thing is, Japanese eat out a lot comparatively. There's no tipping. But if the prices raise just a little bit and they didn't get any raises at their office, they're really going to be pissed off. So in 2024, there was news that broke that a lot of ramen restaurants went out of business in Japan. And a lot of ramen owners also saw their friends go out of business. So they're hesitant to raise the prices. So they're taking a loss to keep the customers, which is really hard. I don't know what they're going to do, honestly. They have to go towards tourists in order to maintain their businesses, I think. There's not a lot of other things that they can do. They have to raise the prices, but they have to find a way to do it in a way that's responsible to their current customers. Saya, maybe the 1 note meal. Yeah. But as wages rise in the US, they're not really in Japan. And we're talking for like middle class, like even upper middle class, and even CEO pay is not. CEOs get paid like 1% of what an American CEO would get. Seriously, it's a fraction of what the US CEOs get. So I don't know. But eating at a place like Shake Shack would be a luxury for the majority of Japanese. A $1,600 burger is a luxury because you can get still 1 coin lunches, or you can get a bowl of ramen, which will fill you up for, I don't know. I think it's about 800 to 900 yen for decent ramen, but the cheapest bowls go for around 600 yen. There's been a price increase, but you can still find like simple bowls for 380 yen, especially outside of Tokyo, depending on which part of Tokyo, because the rent is also a significant part of a ramen owner's costs. So Shake Shack is absolutely a luxury. This burger is a luxury, so I want to say thank you to everybody doing super chats. I don't even know if you could super chat. I had to switch my AdSense account to a new one, so I'm waiting to be monetized again, which stinks, but thank you, Patreon. Ramen is the way to go. Shake Shack is absolutely a luxury. You can't feed your family on this, and that's why I don't understand what fast food is anymore. Fast food was supposed to be this cheap alternative where you can get pretty good food fast and cheap, but it doesn't seem like fast food is necessarily cheap, and this was not necessarily fast food, so I guess there's just tiers of it. They need a new category. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, because I'd love to hear from you. No super chats, really. I think it's because I have to get approval from YouTube. I got to contact them, but I switched over the AdSense account, so I can't even monetize this video. That's the way it rolls. Fast food has become a luxury item more than what it used to be back in the day. Yeah. It sucks. Yeah. I had to change it because, yeah, I had to. There's some issues with the way that the tax system is in Japan. When I did that, I lost my AdSense in a way. It'll reconnect. It's just gonna take a little time. Hopefully, not 2 to 3 weeks. That's a big hit. It's a big hit. There you go. What is is membership suspended? I don't think so. I hope not. But I think it's just a suspension. AdSense doesn't delete everything, does it? Yeah. Are you? It's weird. I'll get in touch with. They would give you a warning if something like that happened. That would suck. It works only in Japan. Oh, does it work? Yeah, Bobby Hawk has been okay, so Bobby's a traveler. I don't know. I just gifted, thank you, Ramses. Ramsey Silent. Thank you, Bobby Hawk. All right, you can only gift memberships. Them's the breaks. Anyways, just to break it down, I do bring a bottle of water with me, and if you want to save some money, just over there's a place where you could refill your water bottle, and it's cold, and it comes out filtered, I believe. I believe, but it's really good. There's a free water point. I did a live stream on this before. There's an app that allows you to find where there are free water bottle points, so it's a good idea to do something like that, and maybe lay off the soda pop. We called it pop in Ohio and soda on the East Coast, so I call it soda pop. A little bit. Take it easy with the soda pop, and get the double. Best way to go. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you in another episode tomorrow as I take you to another area of Japan or discuss an issue that is impacting all of you who are coming here to visit. Until then, the 500 yen lunch seems to be dead. It seems to be moving towards that Saya's 1,000 yen lunch. Or stay home and cook. What are you gonna do? Thanks everybody, mata ne. Leave your comments below. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. Bye-bye. I gotta work on this. I'm gonna do it without the camera. Gochu-sama deshita for this stream. See you tomorrow.